Good morning. How is everyone? Welcome to another day of Higurashi when they cry. And boy, are we crying lately in this game. How are you doing, Dan? Merry Christmas. A late Christmas at this point, of course, but... Okay, I believe we left off here, if I remember correctly. We had just mortared the little priest goal. And yeah, shit got wild. Like, fuck. Still don't understand what the fuck happened now. Using a newspaper to clean up a crime scene. It was pretty fun. Got to do the project that I've been doing. So, like, me and a friend, we conspired to, hijack the, walkout videos to do a Christmas thing. Uh-oh. Yeah, now we get to see what happened to... Oh, it's... Considering what happened to the little priest girl, the whole fate's probably not going to be any good, especially when she thinks so lowly of her. Wow, you all got super sick. Hopefully you didn't get like COVID or something. I hear the whole COVID thing's winging around with some new strain. A few of my friends in VR got it. I don't know if it was that strain, but like I know 3 people that have something of COVID. But yeah, the big project worked on for Christmas, basically what we did is we'll work out videos on a server, so you can't like drop a link in a URL thing. So I had to talk to the guy who actually runs the server to host it on, and I had him swap the video with the thing we made. It went really well. Well, I mean, some people have immune system for it. Oh dear. Now things have gone wrong. Oh. Nembo, she did supposedly say something like that. Well, actually, we didn't know that for a fact. We only assumed that. I swear, if she seriously just murders her because she doesn't like her, she's just super fucking awful. How could she even consider that? She's insane. She's losing her fucking mind. Yeah, and you know, at this point, you as a viewing audience are like, oh, this is gonna get fucked up. Shit. Oh, it was pretty fun. She got to select the video herself, unknowing that it was going to be a completely different video and stuff. Because it starts out like the normal walkout session for about 5 minutes, and then it changes into all the Christmas walkouts we made. Yeah, I remember this scene. Yeah, and that's funny, because she didn't even get upset. She just didn't fucking care. Yeah, he's taking it a little bit more serious. Oh my goodness. See, at this point, she's just fucking hunting everyone who did. Like, she wants anyone who wanted to hurt people for the course. Hmm. Possibly. Yeah, see, she wants to root out anyone who supported the system. Anyone who does it, she wants them dead. Yeah, Nimble, she fed us all the information about... Oh, man, just think about how she set all this up. I think she's trying to convey to him to not try and be quiet about things. Now, knowing what we know now, why did she tell this, though? Because it's not true. So what was the point of this? Because she doesn't know about him talking to the little preschool before. Actually, when you think about it, it was this whole conversation that caused him to be concerned. See, now she's getting all sad because of the shit she did, though. Or being... Yeah, see, she did, actually. But you know, considering this whole they were swapped, and then the Wong sister got tattooed with the demon, like there's one thing about that, you know, I mentioned that if they did it right, it would avoid the kind of problem I had with Heavyweight and that kind of thing, but you know, there were all a lot of times where she thought about, oh, you know, like the hag had her hands around my neck and stuff. So it kind of does have that similar problem with the one character from Heavyweight, you know. Not to get into details, we don't want to spoil anything, but, yeah, the game does feature a little Heavyweight syndrome from stuff like that. See, I want to know why she's telling him this. What was the point of this? Well, here's what I would have done personally. Not to get into who and such, but the person I'm referring to, I would have probably tried to make some kind of split personality kind of thing or something. Then you could have gotten away with that. Because then you could have been like, oh, well, they're crazy. They have a split personality. That's the thoughts of the other side. They could have even played up with that using as like weird hints and stuff too. I really do like Heavyweight, but the two things I hate is that which is why I use it as an example of calling it Heavy Wayne syndrome, because the inner thoughts don't match the actual real thoughts of the character. Because they're clearly not, like, insane in that kind of way. That would have also been the other way, but admittedly, making it vague would have been harder. Not impossible, but harder. But, like, to go in the way Heavy Wayne actually did, I would have, like, did some kind of weird split personality or something. Or maybe amnesia, maybe. The other thing that bothered me, this isn't so much a spoiler, it was in all the trailers, that is the moments where the father has the origami in his hands. That happens multiple times in the game. It never gets explained. There's literally no explanation in the game. And that's because it's cut content. The actual explanation, if you watch like the director's commentary shit, you get to see behind the scenes of some of the ideas they were going to do. And one of those ideas was directly linked to why he kept waking up with the origami in his hands. So, like that, for some reason they left him waking up with it in his hands still in the game, but everything else related to that idea was scrapped out of the game, and that was also stupid. Jason! But yeah, like, out of those two things, I actually really did like Heavy Wayne. In my opinion, before Detroit Become Human, because Detroit Become Human was a really good evolution to the idea that he built up through his games. I think those are his two best games. Indigo Prophecy's not too bad. And I never played, what was it called? Beyond? It came out after Heavy Wayne. I never played that one. I've heard a lot of people not like that one. As if someone else inside me was doing the talking. What the hell? You see, when you think back by it, that didn't make much sense to, like, because, you know, we think of all the people we could infect with knowledge. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that. No. And that's what she plans on doing to her sister. Well, when it comes to the story side of things, I mean, to be fair, he's kind of had, like, not, how could I say, parallels with, like, the idea of each story. Probably Indigo Prophecy was the one that was probably most off the rails in that sense. All the other ones kind of have, like, a thing they kind of follow. But, You know, he wanted to make this kind of movie story interactive kind of shit that Hideo Kojima always likes to bullshit about when he gets interviewed. And like, I feel like Detroit Become Human is like the closest that he's ever got to that idea where you can jump around, you're controlling these four characters. There's a lot of things that can. I mean, hell, there's completely different endings for some of the fucking characters. Completely different endings that aren't necessarily bad. Just an alternate way for them to leave the scene. Like, but there are a lot of bad endings, too. But, I mean, like, I think my only real criticism with Detroit is I feel like the detective guy, I feel like being too much of a nice guy kind of screws you on him, but they're not getting to, like, spoilers. But that was kind of a personal problem, though. The Force, but then... Really? I didn't know that about Indigo Prophecy. Yeah, if you remember in my playthrough, I had to redo a section, do something really bad to go towards the very best ending with all four. You can get everyone alive, including people who you wouldn't think you could save. There's actually a trophy for that, keeping everyone, not just the four characters you control, but everyone. And I really mean everyone. She's losing her fucking mind. And now this whole fucking train ride goes. Yeah. I mean, certainly the other things had much better outcomes than the one I had to do, but it was the closest to not replaying the entirety of the game to just, get that last ending with all four of the main characters. I think I lost one supporting character on one of the robots side, I believe. And of course, there was the whole scene at the beginning. Everyone knows with the father. I don't think that one's much of a spoiler. I still stick by what I say. How many people went through that scene the first time and didn't fucking brutally murder that fucker? Wait, but that's interesting. Yeah, because he told her before she went over to the house, so she knew about that. Why? Could that have been some motive for why she attacked her? But why would she attack her because of that? Oh yeah, I mean that's why I say like that's probably the one that doesn't really follow some kind of like comparison to anything. Like it just flips and goes absolutely batshit crazy. The ending's also pretty shitty because you can basically get all the endings right at the end. Just save, do alternate choice, change the alternate choice again, reloading and that. She did say she was going to do something, but she made it sound like she was going to go talk to her. Was she going to actually murder her just to fucking protect me? What the fuck? She is losing her... Like... What the hell? Well, that's different. That's very different, though. I mean, like, all the cast members. Because, I mean, like, almost all the side characters can die at some point. And, like, there's a trophy for keeping all of them alive and stuff. But yeah, Detroit Become Human, that one honestly surprised me. I thought that one was gonna be kinda like meh, but honestly I was pretty satisfied with it overall. She is insane. And you know what's sadistic is they completely skipped over murdering the fucking orphan. Like, I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious she fucking murdered her. But, like, fuck. Now I want to see what was up with the ladder thing. Hmm. Hmm. What a tennis racket, eh? Oh, you know, Dan, I got those copies of Wedfall in the mail just in time, like during last week. Because GameStop lowered their trade-in value to like 3 something now. So I was like, oh, thank the Lord I got those in before. That would have been a heavy loss. But yeah, that was like 20 bucks into $44, man. That was pretty good. I mean, that's some nice profit there. And it was on another shitty... What's up with these really shitty games somehow being profitable? I mean, the last good profit I did was off Balan's Wonderworld. Like... Yeesh. What the hell? Really? Is that supposed to give us a subtle hint there's more shenanigans going on with her too? Is 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 her entire life an act as well? Yeah, we like skipped forward here. Here we go. I want to see what her thought process for shaking the ladder was. Wait, what? So I imagine he said something that upset her then. Hmm. That really pisses her off. Well, she's dead now. Unless you put her in a cell. I guess maybe she could be in a cell, maybe. She's either dead or she's in that bunker in a cell. She is losing her mind. I don't get how she has this, like... I could see the angle that she can cause some stress. I could understand that, but... Like, how can you consider her the cause of everything? That's just ridiculous. Like, she is off the deep end. Mm. What in the fuck is going on with her? So I'm assuming that's when the ladder shook then. That must have been. So she didn't do it on purpose. She was just freaking out. Hmm. Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, it was confusing for me. I mean, like, all the heads are fucking dying? Like, what? So, here, I'm gonna take a stab at this. So, I'm gonna say somehow she killed her sister, like during the end of chapter 2, she killed her sister at the end of the well. Because remember, we passed out. We didn't actually get to see how everything played out. We just woke up in the hospital, so clearly a bunch of shit happened. So she killed her in the well, then faked being her old self again, got escorted out, and then they investigated the well. But then that leads to one thing that doesn't make sense then. Who is the person outside his house that stabbed him? What happened to her back at her hotel room? And who was that killed the MC at the end of chapter 2? Things are getting wild. Very, very wild. Man, how many pages did she write in this shit? I like I am very curious of why she attacked her. It just came out of nowhere. Yeah. She would have made that connection by now. Maybe. Well, parents got killed. Hmm. How many of these do we have now? So many of these entries. She just kept writing notes and notes and notes. There was, I think it was that one. It was one of the early ones. I swear was the detective from Fool. No, actually, I just noticed the picture was. That has that. That's that one. That. And from here on out, they're all the one with the pin in them. So that was hers. So these three were someone else's. There's one of these. Oh, this shit's getting too unreal, man. We're almost to the end of fucking chapter 2's plotline from a different perspective, and you know, realizing that there's this whole other thing going on, because like I said, he blacked out during being strapped down stuff. Clearly there was other shit that happened during that could be potentially like fucking anything, and it's gonna be a interestingly wild fucking ride, that's for sure.